I noticed a bit of discussion on some of the forums about the purpose of these black wires, and some people have the idea that their only purpose is to protect the props and your fingers, and people suggested that they could be removed along with most of this circular part, and that this would make for a quieter, lighter, smaller, and possibly even better performing drone. Well, I'm making this video as a sort of public service announcement to try to clear up this misconception. First of all, these things aren't wires, they're not nylon threads, they're carbon fiber rods. I have here a thicker piece of carbon fiber rod, and under the microscope you can see the fibers just like the ones on the Flip. They're very strong for their weight, and they're very rigid for their diameter, and that's why they make a good choice for this application. There's an idea out there that this circular part, along with the carbon rods, are just there to protect the propellers and your fingers, and that this is the arm that supports the motor and prop. This is not true. This arm is just a thin plastic strut with very little strength on its own. In fact, it's actually hollow and missing one side. It adds a little bit of support for the motor, but not nearly enough to function as an arm. Its main purpose is to house the wire that goes to the motor. What's actually supporting the motor and connecting it to the main body and keeping everything rigid enough for flight is this duct and the carbon rods together. They're an essential part of the design. This whole assembly is like a bicycle wheel. This is the hub, this is the rim, and these are the spokes. Imagine what would happen to the hub of a bicycle wheel if you cut away the spokes. On the Flip, if you were to remove all this and just have the motor on the end of this little strut, the drone would be unflyable. As soon as the props spin up, this is going to bend and the motors will flop around. It might be able to get off the ground for a second or two if you're extremely gentle with the throttle, and even then I'd be surprised if it lasted that long. But almost immediately, this is going to bend and the drone is going to destroy itself. So please trust me on this. Don't remove these parts from your Flip. They're not just prop guards, they're a crucial part of the design. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.